Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So it's your girl, your Helen, and you're welcome to another episode of this channel. Honestly, I'm really stressed. Well, however, I will dash through to this video right away. Like I said in my previous videos, I made a different kind of black soap, whitening herbal soap actually, and I made using the hot process method. So in this particular phase that I'll be making a different phase, a different method, which is called the cold process method. And you know what, making a black soap is usually your base. Now there are other ways of turning your black soap to become a whitening herbal soap. Is I think I said this in my previous videos, because sometimes I like to repeat most of the things I said in case you didn't watch my previous video. You can catch up with the recent one. I said that um when you're making your soap, you don't have to add water to your soap. Like if you're like, especially this, how about this cold process method, why will you even add cold water, like water to your soap? The only way you can add water to your soap is if you're making a shower gel. If you're making your black soap to become a shower gel in shower gel form. So if you don't want your soap to become very liquid, if you don't add water to your soap, the best thing to use in dissolving your soap is a soap. Now, the difference between soap booster and shower gel is that soap booster is like, it's a soap, but it's also a soap booster to help to make the soap lather very well on your skin. But if you don't have a soap booster, okay, use your shower gel. Use any shower gel of your choice. It will serve the same purpose. You don't have to add water to your black soap. It is going to really smell. It will smell, especially if you're not turning it to become a shower gel. So you don't even need to put it. Another thing is, do not add purist to your products. I don't know. I've said this thing before, so that is why I want to hit it again. So without wasting so much of your time, I think this is actually 3 minutes already. Hello, welcome to our workstation. So this phase is cold process phase. So like I did in my previous videos where I made black soap using the hot process method. So in this method, I'm using a cold process method, which is won't be melting it under any heat. So I've carefully selected my base, and this is my, of course, my black soap base, and I also added some other soap to it, which is foam booster and other soap that will act as as preventive measures to this soap. You see, so in selecting your soap base, you should select a soap base that best describe what you want the soap to do for you. You see, like here I selected a soap base that says, that will help to clear skin blemishes, also that will help in the whitening or lightening of the skin. Also, I selected a soap base that is going to help me, take care of skin issues. It's not just skin whitening, but also to repair the skin. I also added my Ghana balls, like my green balls and my pimple green pimples ball soap and my ozone soap. So usually ozone soap is the same thing. So you don't have to, whether you add blue or pink, they're all the same. So here are my botanical powders that I've added. This is my clay marks that I added to this, so that it's going to help to exfoliate and purify. So these are my herbal my botanical powders that I've added, and I'm adding my coconut oils and my serums that I want to use in this process. Most of the botanical powders I added are the ones I've said in my previous videos, which are, neem powder, sandalwood powder, licorice powder, oatmeal powder, carrot powder, orange peel powder, you know, in different powders. They are all in the market. Like I always say, don't add raw purees to your black soup, to your products. Any puree you want to use has been processed and kept. You can buy these powders in the market, and it will actually serve the right purpose. So if you know me well, I love to use my skin free milk. So my skin free milk is not left out. So I'm adding half a bottle of my skin free milk, the leftover I used previously, on a different product. So yeah. So most of these products you can actually check the benefits of these products, and I'm also adding mine. So one thing I love about this particular. So one thing I love about this serum, I call it just 42 hours, is because it helps. It's actually a fast action serum. It will help in dark knuckles and prevent your product from giving you dark knuckles. It's actually a very strong triple action serum. Really very very strong. Like if you taste it, it's too sweet. So yeah, I'm adding my shower gel, which is also serving as a foam booster. Like I said, this is a method to make your soap in a cold process method. One thing I love about this process is all the nutrients of your soap is in there, so you don't now have to put any of your products, make it go through fire. And honestly, from my own experience, this co-process method is highly more effective than that high hot process method, because at some point of dissolving your soaps and other things, like the soap tends to lose some of its potency. But this way you are having it raw. So my foam booster finished, I added a different booster, which is a different color, but there is no different. This is a black soap. It will all become black at the end of it. So all I'm doing is just to get enough shower gel to dissolve it, and to help me soak this thing overnight. But from what I'm seeing here, this product is going to take more than 24 hours. So I'll put you guys through. Wow. So I'm actually loving this particular production. Like you could see everything is there. The soap base, the powders. Yeah, so I also added my citric acid to this production. The work of citric acid to help reduce the pH level of your product. And this is a black soap, so definitely the pH level will be high. So at the end of this, I will also check and balance the pH level. I'll check the pH level so I can balance it, so that it can be safe on the skin. Like it'll be safe for you to use it on the skin. Right? So don't forget that soaps are wash off products. So there are usually not so much harms, using soap. So where the much attention should be put in is on serums and creams, because they are still on products, you see. So that is why most times I don't actually put out my measurements that I use, because hence I'm doing it. I've calculated the things I know that I want on this production and how I want it to be. So that is why you have to also check out for your measurements. But for me, I usually calculate everything, and I know what a particular batch you know will serve. So this is me trying to stir and mix everything so that it will incorporate so perfectly, you know. So I'm also going to add red, vegetable oil, which you call the palm oil, for its benefits to this production. You see, so I also added my tea tree oil, few drops of it, in this, even though that, of course, I didn't capture that process of me doing it. So here, you see, I've soaked it, and I'm also going to add my stretch firming. Yes, I've added my stretch firming water. I'm also going to add my herbal water, though my stretch firming water was not captured on this video, but my herbal water. The other side of the soap you saw was a mulatto soap I'm making alongside after this video. So you have to stay tuned to the, I call it, is it phase 2 or batch 2 of this video? You see? So in that part, we'll be explaining this particular soap, the mulatto soap. I think you love the. So that was my humectant that I added, which is my honey. So this is after 24 hours. This is how the soap is melting. So so I had to add my whitening powders. I mixed it together into my serums. I added my preservative. I added my fragrance. So you can add any whitening powders of your choice, and according to how you want it. So after adding this, I'm going to mix this together and pour it into my soap. So if you notice, this is the texture of how the soap looks like, the cold process method that I used. So this is how the texture is similar to you pounding it, pounding your soap in a mortar and pestle, but I never did pounding. I simply soaked, and mixed together, like blended together, allowed it to cool. So this is the rest of my whitening soap base that I added to this. I'm going to stir it together, check my pH level, and here. So I'm packaging it into the container of my choice, and voila. So this is how our black soap is when we use the cold process method. You could actually see the texture. So it's a bit more lighter than when you do the cold and hot process method. Usually this is if we add usually when you add your liquid shower gel, it will make the soup become more softer, but not liquid like you adding your raw water. So there's a difference. And besides, the our cold process is using your soap liquid shower gel to add it. So please subscribe to this channel and give us a thumbs up, okay?